Oh, shh. Too much can't. Think you can change me. Too much change. Too much can't. Hi, Lisa. Hello. I have people watching. Woohoo! How are you? Tell me how your day went. In a, you know, however fashion you can. I was trying to message someone earlier and I was like in the middle of dinner and I misspelled a word and realized I was like, this multitasking thing, it's not so smart if I'm like using the wrong words for stuff. But I got done with dinner. I got done with as much work on my campaign as I could. And so now I'm finishing off. Went good, just chilled. I know, I saw your post about being in your jammies. That's awesome. I am almost ready to go bite the bullet and go to the next step and actually run a campaign for my haiku series book. And edition 2, I had been procrastinating on putting together the manuscript for the coloring book, but I got motivated today and I put it together. I come to find out I did not keep black and white copies of 2 of the paintings or 2 of the pieces of art, which means I need to lightbox them in order to create the coloring book pages, which is no big deal. It's an easy enough task. And thank God it's only 2 pages and not 20, because there's 20 pages of art in this book. So the other ones I was good and diligent about taking pictures of the art while it was black and white, which was good. So I didn't have to worry about most of it, just these last 2. But it feels good knowing that it's all pretty much together for the most part, and I just have those 2 pages to do, and then I can publish edition 2, and that will be that. I am definitely running out of my orange. I think I might be almost out. I don't think I have any oranges. Do I have any oranges? Holy crap. I've been needing to get another rad, right? Yeah, it's been kind of a pretty interesting journey. And then this is a piece I'm going to put in my poetry collection book that I'm doing. It was originally just a sketch that I had done out of the blue, and I went back through the poems in this book, and I found one that it suits, so which is cool because it's almost like the work did itself for me. I didn't even have to go I didn't even have to like really think about it. It was already done, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So I did most of this one with markers, but today I'm using paint for these last sections because I want a little more control of the consistency of the volume of paint or the volume of color in these areas because they're bigger. I might actually go over some of this green with green paint as opposed to the marker. That's really all I've got left to do for the haiku series, other than the administrative task. Thank you. I like it. It's two twin creatures of some kind. They really don't have a type or whatever they are. There's a woman, body of a woman in the middle. She has wings. Which way am my camera going? Okay, there we go. So you can probably see her form is in orange. And then she's kind of peeking behind the petals. Or behind, I mean, you can interpret this many different ways. These look like wings, they look like petals. It's part of a flower, it's part of a bug. Who Lord knows? All I know is that this is an abstract, very abstract thing that kind of steals a few images from real, but not a lot. And one of the pieces in the book is about two lovers being a lot alike and kind of being like mirror images of each other. And so I was like, okay, I couldn't have planned. I mean, I maybe could have planned that, but it wasn't the intent to do this piece and have it go with that poem, but it suits it perfectly. It really does. Manage my account from my phone. All right. Yes. So I am going to, so this book, it's not going to be put on hold, but I do have to kind of pause on a few things to do the finishing up touches of the haiku stuff. But I'm going to multitask. I'll be doing two things. That's totally not unheard of for me. I mean, I have 2 seasons of 2 different talk shows going on right now. I have 2 different books that I'm dealing with right now. I started the webtoons. I mean, I'm an overachiever. What can I say? Hi, everyone. Don't you love when things work out like that? Oh, I know, right? I have another piece that I originally thought I would use for that poem about being like mirrors of each other, but it's this is far more suited for it. And then I have another idea of what I might use for the artwork that I had originally done. But yeah, it totally is. It works out. And this whole process of customizing art to go along with my poetry, it's a whole new world, man. It's a whole new experience, and I'm kind of digging it. I don't know if I'll keep up the pace. I do know I'm going to continue the haiku series, but after I'm done with this particular poetry collection, whether I do another one or not, I don't know. Ask me in 5-10 years, maybe. Like this particular this one called This Is Not Emotional Burlesque is the most ambitious thing I've ever done. The poems, and it's kind of funny. I think maybe that's just the way it works, because I could have told you, I would have told you that Magic Man was the most ambitious thing I had ever done. And then maybe that's why this book is something about it's driving me to up the ante. So, okay, I will ask you to. Hi, second person. Joshua looks party. Aw, thank you. I did most of this with marker the other night, I think. Was it last night, or I don't remember when this was. My nights stream into each other. It wasn't last night because I was on Peter. I was on a stream with Peter last night. So it's I just didn't like. I like the markers. I do like the markers, but I wanted to do these last few pieces these last few sections of it with paint because my markers are running low, and that's just it's the price you pay for cheap markers, which is fine. I got tons of paint. Although I think I'm almost out of orange. I'm definitely out of black watercolor. I got plenty of black acrylic though. I've been using black acrylic when I need it. If I need it. Oh, goodbye, 'twas nice to know you. How I find myself without you, that I'll never know. I have music in my ears. I tried to do that thing like other people do where they're listening to royalty-free music, which is a bunch of crap, and it just doesn't work for me. And, Lisa can't be live on whatever 68 radio every day. That's like, I am so productive on a Saturday morning when I have Lisa and her punk music in my ears while I'm painting. That's like the best ever. And yeah, that's pretty exciting. I find myself without you, looking back, rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy. Yeah, I missed I don't know if you're still there, Joshua, but I missed your show tonight because I was dealing with work and I'm covering for a coworker, and it's not as easy having something on like that. And then I'm commuting again, and that drive is killing me. Like I'm not digging the hour it takes me to get back and forth from work to home. So I missed your show tonight. I think you were live. Okay, so Friday I'm back to it, and then I prep for you. No show Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. Yep. I am super excited for Sunday. Okay. Here it is. I was like, so this one's done. And I had another one ready to go. I'm going to paint her. I'm going to try, you guys. I'm going to try to be really kind of basic, and I use the word basic. I'm going to try to be basic and not get too crazy pastel over here, which is so unheard of for me. Like, I don't do that, I just don't. But we're going to see. We'll see how good I do. I also have to figure out how to keep it pastel without going too dark on the colors, or without going too wet on the colors. Because I figured it out. I think to some degree, because I use watercolors, and watercolors are my favorite. Sometimes to keep them like pastel, you have to use quite a bit of water. And I think that's probably why I don't do a lot of pastel. But luckily, this is a pretty thick sketch paper that I use to put her on. So even if it is wetter than I would like, it should be okay when it dries. And then I usually press them pretty good in a book or something to flatten them. They flatten pretty well, especially after I spray them. When in doubt, have fun, right? Exactly. This girl, I've now done, let's see, she was a real practice sketch for this like little workbook thing I got. I'm such a student, okay, so like I'll go online and I will search for workbooks, like art, creative workbook things. So in this workbook, she was, she wasn't in the book. She came out of my head. But on the prompt for her was profile, was the art profile. So what the book does is it takes you through different scenes or different suggested scenes or different ways to set up a scene in the artwork, and then you sketch it. And all she was profile, was doing someone's profile. And this is what I got. Now, she's not the original sketch. She's actually a recreated version of her original sketch. This is the original sketch. And the only reason I left her alone, and I haven't inked her or anything like that, is because I'm going to do the other person in the profile example. It's two people looking at each other, and I still need to do the other side of that practice page. In the interim, though, I am going to use this girl, and I made her like a princess, Amazon, whatever you want to call it, and she as well will be along with one of the poems in my book. I haven't decided which one yet, though. But I do know I have quite a few that I hadn't done any artwork for yet, so I'm sure I will think of one. I'm sure one of them will come to me. Hey, got a thing rocking on the sun, got my phone in my hand. My baby hit me 2 times, try to hit her back, she says she's flying in tonight. See, my baby's been gone for so long. Oh, I have 4 people watching me. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Thank you for being here. Feel free to ask me a question. If you don't know this already, and I know some of you already know because I saw your reactions on my Facebook post, but I published the pre-launch page for my haiku campaign today. It's kind of cool. Like, I didn't realize that there were all these different things. Like, when I found the pre-launch thing, I was excited because it's kind of like it gives me this ability to do it in phases without having to get overwhelmed all at once, because I don't need to get overwhelmed. I would rather not. So I have most of the campaign itself set up. I just have a few things I need to finish and write on the details, and I've got all the pictures. I'm so glad that I watch as many streams as I do, because one of the things that stood out to me that I heard people say over and over again is making sure that the pictures you upload, when you upload your stuff on a campaign, make sure they're the right pixel dimensions and all that good jazz. And luckily, I've been learning how to actually do that, resizing and making sure that they're the right dimensions. I've had to kind of get skilled at that doing my webtoons. Webtoons is pretty unforgiving when it comes to size. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck and a woodchuck could chuck wood? Oh, that's awesome. That's rad. We are going to have so much fun on Sunday, Joshua. I'm so excited. I do a whole, I kind of customize a few parts of my show, as you probably have already noticed, and I'm looking forward to some of the unique things I'm going to incorporate it into my hour with Joshua. He's all I need. See, you guys, I did this pastel blue, all super loose and goosey, and now I'm going back over it, because this is what I do. I can try to be pastel and basic. Just doesn't work. Just saying. He's all I need. What's going to be really exciting, looking forward to Sunday. Yep. So what's really cool is I almost done. I'm 2 pages away from being done with the second edition one of the haiku series, which is the coloring book. I luckily was smart enough to take pictures of everything before I painted it, with the exception of 2 pages. I did an inventory today, and I painted 2 of my pieces without taking an appropriate picture of it inked out color. And so now I have to take those 2 pages and light box them to create the coloring book page. Which is fine, no complaints. It's really not that hard to do. And luckily it's only 2 pages. But once I do that, the manuscript is all ready to go. It's ready with the haiku captions. And I just get to finalize the manuscript for that. And so what's rad is that when I go live with this campaign, the books are going to be done. The only thing I'm going to really have to do during the time that the campaign is going on is sealing the art. Because these paper pieces I like to spray them with an acrylic to keep them safe, and it makes sure that the art doesn't get any opportunity to get ruined or anything like that. So that's primarily one of the things I'm going to be doing. The other thing I'm going to do is I gifted some of the pieces from the haiku series to some people. Joshua, you are one of them, of course. And so one of the things I thought of was I've got plenty of the pieces I could actually paint another copy or paint another version, a variant, if you will, as the comic book people would say. Need to go. That said, I hope you have a great night. I hope to see you Friday. If not, I'll see you Sunday. Good luck with the campaign. Make sure you share the link. Yeah, the pre-launch link is in the description of this particular broadcast, actually. Hi, Frank. Hello, my sweetness. So yeah, the pre-launch link is there, Joshua, and it'll let you save it. And then, of course, I put it on my page. It's everywhere on my pages today. And it's on my link tree, too. Like, it's literally everywhere. But yeah. So what I was thinking, and I don't know when you got here, Frank, but I was talking about what I'm going to do while my campaign is going, like once I launch. The primary thing I'm going to do, I think, other than finalizing some of the art that's already done, is I think I'm going to create some additional variations of pieces that I've given away, that I've gifted to some really sweet people that have helped me along the way. So I think I'm going to paint some variations of some of the pieces from it. So I've got plans of things I can do to, keep people interested and hold their attention and get their attention while the campaign is ready, which is cool. And then, of course, I'm also still writing and creating haikus. I actually did one today. I haven't put together the webtoon yet for it, but I have the image done, sort of done. And then I just need to post it and stuff. I'm kind of doing this backwards. A lot of times when I do a piece like this, I'll do the person first and then worry about the background. But I don't know yet. My head is still not quite sold on putting color to her yet. So I wanted to paint around her first. Sounds cool. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but the link to my pre-launch for my campaign is in the description of this broadcast. Because I figured if it came up, I would be able to just send people to that. I posted it on my Twitter and stuff. And you know what, Salazar? I don't know how the heck it happened, but I wasn't subscribed to your YouTube. And I found that out today. I'm like, I don't understand how that happened. I don't know if it's because I was subscribing to everyone else you were sharing about that day, but for some reason yours wasn't in there. I got that. I am subscribed to Anna, and I'm subscribed to that one that starts with a T. I confirmed all of that today, but I wasn't subscribed to yours. But I am now. Because I can't. I like catching people's shows, and if I got, trust me, it is literally like there's really nothing else I put on. I mean, I do have a show I'm watching on Netflix right now, but I'm only going to put that on if nobody else is live, you know? Tons of people were live today, though. There were so many live feeds today. It was kind of hard to choose from, like, between who was actually on. I saw that you subscribed recently. Yeah, like, I could have swore I had done that already, like the day that we first originally met. And how it happened that I wasn't, I don't know. It kind of weirded me out today. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how do we have all that conversation and not subscribe? I don't get it. So anyway, it's taken care of now. Because I'm not okay with that. Like, I'm so not okay with, I have to make sure I'm helping other people the way they help me, because otherwise, you know, what's the point? I'd rather never make a dime, but know that I was, you know, helpful to my friends. Like, that's okay with me. See something real quick. Hold on. Before that. So she is mostly pencil. Like right now, she's mostly penciled. And I think what I'm going to do before I paint her outline is I'm going to blend. Because I think I like her the way she is. But yeah, I'm going to do this first. This is basically, it's a really simple light white water wash on the pencil and charcoal that's under here. And all it really does is kind of give it a blended, if you've ever done digital illustration, you'll know what I mean. It's kind of like using the smudge feature on a digital app. It's just putting water to the charcoal and pencil. So that's all I'm doing right now. And then once I'm done, I'll have to wait for it to dry before I do the outlines, but that's okay. It dries super fast. By the time I get done with one section, it'll be dry in the other section for me to go back and do it. And I don't know how long I'll be on here, but I do know I am going to try to at least do this until I'm tired enough to go to sleep. Well, thank you. I assumed you were, but YouTube just hadn't notified me. Nice. Yeah, it's weird. And you know, okay, so like I think I might have mentioned this. I was really upset with myself actually, because I didn't realize that my YouTube setting had my subscriptions private, meaning that I would subscribe to someone, but they wouldn't even know that I had subscribed, because my thing, I didn't realize it, but my setting was set to private. So I was subscribed to people, but they wouldn't see me subscribe to them because my setting wasn't showing it. And so I fixed that shit. That shit's fixed. That shit is fixed. So now when I subscribe to people, my subscriptions are public, and because I'm sitting there going, why the fuck would I need to keep that quiet? I can imagine there's probably people out there that have reasons for keeping that kind of thing private, but I got no reasons to keep that thing private, you know? It's in my best interest to show people that I'm subscribing, you know? So it was kind of weird to me. How are you today? No. Yes, I'm live and I'm replying to someone. They launched. And I'm live. I'm even going to tell them that I'm live and still replying to you. I'm just saying. Remember you. Okay. So, yeah. What happened to my music? That is so weird. My music stopped playing. Well, my phone has, I swear to God, maybe I have a ghost or something, because every now and then it does some weird shit. Like some really weird shit. Yep. pass you by. What are you listening to? So I have a playlist of ballads that. Okay, that is the second time my music has stopped. I don't understand why it's doing that. It's a playlist of ballads, and I probably should put together a new playlist because I don't know, I'm almost to the point where I'm getting sick of the songs that are in it. But for the most part, it's a playlist of music I put together when I was quitting smoking because they're songs I like to sing. Okay, it did it again. And it's not my battery because my battery has got plenty of. I don't know why it's doing that. Me like you, she said, in case. Oh yeah. I'm so glad. I may not be leaving her pastel like I was thinking. I am leaving her is my point. Actually, it's the opposite of what I was just going to say. The fact that I'm not going to paint her, you know. Hi, Loopy. And we ought. Yes, sir, we do. I don't know if it goes over to Twitch, Loopy, but my pre-launch link for my haiku campaign is in the description of this broadcast. I can't remember if the big, long, drawn-out text of the thing goes over to Twitch. I'm not sure. But anyway, if it's not, I'll figure out how to put it on there. So anyway, this girl is not going to be up for a haiku. She's actually, this particular one, I'm going to put her in the poetry collection. I have I just thought of the poem she'd be perfect for. One of the poems is about being love, that it's about a woman who, you know, like if she were to have a superpower, like if you were to give this woman a superpower, her superpower would be love, because that's just what she does. And that so describes me in so many ways. Arts. It says ARTATRS. Arts. That's what you said. Oh, because you misspelled it the first time. Oh, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, Lupe. You know I'm going to be on here doing art stuff. Oh, well, sometimes I have a talk show going on. But my talk shows are on Friday nights and Sundays. Lupe, I am. This Friday, I will be talking about freedom, actually, ironically. I was just talking about this poem about this woman who loves, but it also talks about how she's free to love, and that part of the whole superpower thing of love, or having love as your superpower, is that it means you're never bound by restraints of chains and all that good jazz. Someone who embraces love as their mantra is usually a much more free person than someone who wants to dabble in the world of resentment and hate and anger. So, it's just my theory. Okay. The only thing I know is that when it's this light, and I learned this from experience with one of my other pieces, because I used a really light color that was very, very, very translucent, when I sealed it, the effect is not good at all, really. So, I just might do a color. Because I just realized, like, as I was getting done with that, like, it's super translucent. Like, I can see through the paper. Which is normally not that big a deal. But we will see. We shall see. We will do this blue and go from there. I signed up for the pre-launch. Thank you so much. Super love. Now that's a cool power, right? Yeah, it's pretty hard to have any kind of negative attitude about stuff if I try to come from a place of love. It's easier said than done, of course, but there's a couple of things that remind me. Gratitude gets me to remember to stay in a loving place. Appreciating being alive, not dead. That usually helps. That usually works. Art. Oh my God. This is definitely, it's why I call my art labors of love, because everything I do, almost every piece I've ever done, has some kind of story behind it. Now, these pieces, maybe not so much, because she, like most, yeah, she has a story. There's a story to her. She came from a little workbook of art lessons that I had found, that she was the, I conceived her like totally from scratch, but the page that was in the book was a couple looking at each other. It's a comic book, actually, but she doesn't look anything like the girl in the same. Maybe, baby, don't care for it. But it was the page specifically that she came out of was a page that was about doing a profile. It was to train, like, basically to practice doing profiles of people from the side, which was, probably one of the reasons I did it, probably before some of the other assignments, is because profiles are much easier to sketch and draw than someone's full-on image from the front, because the nose is easier this way. Mostly the nose. You only have one eye to deal with, and the nose is a lot easier. I've done noses from the front view, but they can become very challenging. Very, very challenging. So come here to forgiveness. You come to raise the dead. You come here to play Jesus to the lepers in your head. So yeah, I set up my pre-launch, and I am working on the final pages of the second edition, which is a coloring book edition. I realized today, because I did an inventory of the art, and I have 2 pages that I forgot to take pictures of it before I painted it, which means that I need to light box 2 pages for the coloring book, which is fine. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow after work. It'll be my project, because today I spent most of my after work day doing the manuscript update and going through the pieces that I did have ready to go, and setting up all of the haiku captions in those pages and stuff. So that manuscript is basically done, with the exception of those 2 pages that I need to do the coloring pages for. And I couldn't do them tonight because I'm going to need to take them. I need to take the originals, because they're original painted pieces similar to this, only done. And I'm not going to light box over that. I'm not going to trace that on the original, because the last time I did that without thinking, I got the ink marks went through it. Even though the ink didn't go through it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I'm going to print them so that the one I use to create the coloring book pages, it won't matter if it's ruined or if paint goes through it or anything like that. Or I could spend 3 hours removing the color from them in the digital world, but I'd rather not bother with that nonsense. That's a drama fest I got no interest in. It reminds me, I don't think I took a picture of her before I started painting her. Ah, damn it. I think maybe I did. I don't know. Oh, Eve. It's okay. It's funny. Like, I either am crazy, like mindful to take pictures the whole way through. Like I end up with too many damn pictures, and I'm like, I have too many pictures of this, and then I have to sit there and delete. Or then I do like this, where I get in the flow and I get my mojo going, and the last thing I'm thinking about is taking pictures. All I'm thinking about is painting. I want to paint. Oh, you know, my head gets all lost. I'm like, damn it. Thinking of sometimes living in the gangster's paradise. Oh, I love how right smack in the middle of my ballads playlist, I've got Coolio with Gangster's Paradise. Because, yeah, why not? That's how you know it's like, you can tell who my favorite rappers are, because they'll like Coolio, Tupac, Eminem, and Snoop. They all have at least one song in this playlist that I'm listening to. Even though it's a playlist of ballads, I've got them in there. And of course, my favorite in real life favorite rapper is Katie LaDubs. She is a rapper here out of San Diego. So if you like rap music at all, I suggest you look her up, because she's just phenomenal. She's absolutely out of this world phenomenal. And you and me, missing love sometimes in the gangster's paradise. She has her own playlist. When I want to listen to Katie, I just put on her playlist. It's all her stuff. The gangster's paradise. Oh no, I've done two a few times. I did a sketch card recently, forgot to take a picture of just the pencils. Right? But most already laid down the skin tone. Yeah, most of the work for the haiku book, as well as this one, I have pictures of every step. Like, I have a picture of the penciled one, and I have a picture of the inked one, and then of course ultimately at the end I scan them. Not only do I scan them after they're painted, but I scan them after I seal them with the spray that I use. But for some reason, these two pieces for the haiku series, I think it's because they were two of the very last pieces I did. And I think I was live when I think I was just on a roll or something, and I just kept going. Like, I just kept going. It's so weird to me that I don't have a black and white copy of them. Like, it's weird. I must have painted the original sketches, that's the other thing. I clearly, on a few of the pieces I did, I painted the original sketches, because I have nothing except the painted work. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Because I stopped painting the originals. Now actually, no, this is not the original. That was another thing. I kind of stopped painting the original sketches because I kind of started keeping them separate. As I'm probably going to offer them as one of the campaign perks. And these I'm like, the painted pieces are their own unique thing. Even even though they're, maybe a painted of a copy. Or like in this case, I think I light boarded her. Did I light board her? Yeah. But she's light boarded from an original I sketched. The original sketch, the only reason I haven't done anything with it, I don't know if you were here for when I showed it, Frank, but this is the original. And one of the reasons why I didn't ink the original is because I was practicing. I actually used her to practice inking with my digital stuff, with my app. Because I've never worked in the digital world, and I've been using stuff that I've been doing as I've been going through this process. I've been kind of like doing some things in there just to get an idea. And then what I'm finding is that painting them gives me ideas of what to do with them digitally, or what I do with them digitally has been giving me ideas of how I want to paint them. So I'm kind of digging the whole like inclusion of digital into this process. It's kind of like I like looking at my screen and looking at the artwork in the screen monitor, and I will see things on that monitor on my laptop of something I want to do with this. Like I did not sit down thinking I was going to create a primarily blue image with her. That came to me as I sat down here and started painting. And I think I'm going to probably try to stay in all the blues for the rest of her, which I don't normally do. I don't normally stay in one color palette. As you saw the other night when I was painting Frank, I was all over the place with every color under the book when I did the butterfly girl. The bird, half butterfly girl that was free from a cage. I did all kinds of colors in that piece. That's the other reason I wanted to keep the originals the way they are, because if I want to use like a black and white image in the book, that's, or create a transparent file, I can do that pretty easily with not having all that color in there. Because when time permits, the other thing I plan on doing is getting back to designing some more of the clothing line that I use, that I put my art on. It's mostly skirts and a few like dresses and nightwear, stuff like that. I haven't really spent much time on it partly because I didn't have a lot of skill when it came to removing the background from stuff to make them transparent. But I've gained quite a bit of skill in that regard. So I'm hoping by the time I sit down to do that again, I'll have some more ability to do it quickly. Or quicker, I should say. Would you be my love? I give you full consent to use my Twitch pic to sketch, draw, or paint a character with my likeness. Interesting. It's funny you say that, Loopy, because I did the book I did before this one, the Bursting Spikes book. I have two pieces of art in that book that are basically self-portraits, and they are they're nudes. I'm just going to say it. And I thought about actually putting that on my shop, on my page, for people to, if they wanted me to basically because I don't do portrait painting. I'm not gonna make you look real. I'll tell you that right now. So I like how you put it about a likeness of a character, because I can definitely see me taking someone's picture Gas. Frank says gas. Nudes, you say? Yeah. There's actually 2 paintings in that book that are there are nudes of my. They're basically self-portraits. And is my face in the painting? No, but if you were to get that book, you'd know. So there you go. But yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, someone might actually like that. They might like paying for a fine art painting of themselves like that, in that similar fashion. So I clearly have projects going on right now, and so I haven't made offering that as a priority, like a customized, personalized portrait. Yeah. Is this how you solicit nudes from? That is too funny you say that, because I thought about that. I'm like, that's going to be like a really, that's going to just come off as this way of getting nudes from people. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it would be kind of like, basically like a photographer that advertised doing those, what do they call those boudoir picture kind of things. But then I think part of why I haven't bothered with it is because to really advocate it, I'd have to let more people know that those paintings in that book are me. And really, you guys know the number, like there's 2 people watching right now. So you guys are it, maybe no, there's probably more than a handful now that know that that's me in those paintings in that book. But trust me, it's not in the book description that they're self-portraits. It's just solicit. Yeah. Okay. So I got all the blue lines done, and of course, because I can't leave anything alone. Because that's how I am. Well, what time is it? Oh, coming up on the hour. Oh, I know what I'm going to do next. I'm still going to use blue, but I'm going to do this part of her crown. Oh, yeah. See, my ballads playlist also has Iggy Pop. Nightclubbing. It's one of the sexiest songs that's ever existed. Nightclubbing by Iggy Pop. If you don't know that song, I suggest you go look it up. I'm digging the blue lines. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this all in like the lines of blue. And then I'm going to use, I don't know what I'm going to use next, but I'll use whatever comes to me. Might be pink. I do know when I get to this crown that I'm doing, I'm going to get my, I'm going to probably use the colors that when they dry, some of my watercolors, when they are dry, they look like they glow because they're what they call, what's that called? Neon. It's kind of like a neon effect. And so I'll probably be doing that with some of the areas of this crown to make it kind of look like a jewels in the crown. And I actually have some metallic watercolors that I might use for that too, actually, now that I think about it. Actually, they're more of a watercolor that has glitter, a glittery kind of effect in the watercolor paint. When they dry, like when they're going on, you're like, oh, okay, can't tell much difference. But when they're dry, oh yeah, it's pretty obvious. I'm almost like that's I got that palette on the fly just out of curiosity, and I liked most of it. Most of the colors in it are almost out though, because it was kind of more of a wasn't really a full service kind of palette of paint. It was one of those like it's just meant to be used, I think, to accentuate or accessorize whatever else you're doing. So there wasn't a lot of paint in the palette. One of those shallow palette things. If you opt to use it, however you decide to use it, up to you. The character would only be done in my likeness. It would still be in your character, your story. You know, it's cool that you bring that up because one of the perks that I'm going to put in the campaign is for people to, if they back a particular level for the perk, the benefit or what they'll get with that is a personalized haiku, and then which is just a haiku for them, unique to them, for them. Then they could actually back at another level that not only gives them the opportunity of me creating a haiku written just for them, but I will also put that in the volume 2. Because volume 2 is only partly written. I've actually done, I think I have 3 or 4 haikus ready for volume 2. But I'm going to put in the campaign for volume 1, I'm going to put it in there that, you know, however many haikus left I need, because I do 10 per book. If someone wants me to put their haiku in volume 2, it'll be in volume 2, which means that it not only comes with that haiku being written about them, for them, it also means that the artwork would be theirs. I thought that was a pretty cool idea for a perk. That came to me today when I was putting some of that stuff together. I'm like, oh, I think I wouldn't mind having a piece of art and a haiku in a book that was about me or written, inspired for me or whatever. I think someone out there will back that. It's my head spinning, no eyes kissing, can't do you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? Right with your magical mystery ride. I missed some of this blue behind her. Be alright. My head's. Ooh, I am almost out of my sky blue, you guys. That's bad news, man. That's a cool perk. Oh, good. I'm glad you think so, Frank. Because, like, the haikus themselves, in the haiku series, there's 10 haikus per volume. And each haiku has 2 pages of art. It has a singular page of art which has a single image that represents the haiku. Like in the case of the example Luffy was giving, it could be if they wanted me to do like a kind of a abstract realism portrait of them to go along with it, I could do that. And then the second part of the art is a story panel page similar to a comic book, where I take the 3 lines of the haiku and I do 3 pieces of art on a singular page that tells the story and matches the haiku. In the campaign, I haven't uploaded them yet because I still need to do the formatting. But one of, you know, how they give you the opportunity to put pictures down there. I'm gonna, you know, there's a couple of examples of what it looks like. I want to make sure I put on there. So, it's now and for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. I'm going to use that color there. And in my beginning, Even when I'm losing, I'm winning. Chilling tonight. But your curves and all your edges, your curves and imperfections. Yes, sing to me. No, of you. Uh-huh. Sometimes it's so funny, like sometimes I sing right along and it's like I didn't skip a beat, and other times I think it depends on how tired I am, whether or not I can remember the words or sing along or carry the tune. It's 6 a.m. I feel so far from where I've been. I got my eggs and got my pancakes too. Got maple syrup, everything but you. Bake the yolk and make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I must sponsor. So this is this color here, this gold. It stays pretty dark until it's dry, and once it's dry, it'll stand out a lot more than it does at the very moment. I know you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. So I don't know if you know this, Frank, but it looks like I'll be painting again on Saturday morning, and I'll have to plan to paint something special for Saturday morning. Ooh, I know one of the things I want to do. I want to paint another version of this one piece of mine called Sweet Girl. It's a really rad painting I did of a girl with a bloody knife. The poem is about her cutting a bitch, right? And the poem is called Sweet Girl, but she's not so sweet because she's like, I'll cut a bitch, and that's part of the poem. So anyway, the artwork is a girl with a bloody knife over her lips, and I love it. It's one of my favorites that I've ever conceived or ever done or drawn. And I did the original with markers, and I was looking at the print of it today, and I'm like, ooh, I want to paint one of these, like, because the one I have that I actually gifted it was a piece that I did it in the marker, and I'm like, I want to paint one. So I think I'm gonna do one of her painted. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. You're going live on Saturday morning, yeah, with Peter. I think, still kind of to be determined, I think, but we talked about it. So if we do, I will plan to paint something special. I'll probably paint something from the haiku book. Like, that's another reason why I think as I'm going through this campaign, I'm going to take some of the pieces that I've gifted and paint another version or variant of them. Since my stuff is all hand painted, it would be a cool way to have an additional unique thing to offer people. Is not only that, I have the original artwork, but I also have original artwork art. Hi, sweetie. Jagdress. Yes, I am getting close to, not much more I'm going to do with her. Although I'm kind of debating, haven't quite got there yet, debating on what to do with her hair. I might leave it just the way it is, the way that it's just a charcoal pencil kind of thing going on. Or I might add a color. I haven't decided yet, which is fine. I'm doing all of the other color first. And then spend all your time with... Sorry, the song kicked in. Spoken James. A break that would make it okay. It's always some reason to feel not good enough. And it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep through my veins. Oh, ages and maybe find some peace. Ooh, this is a good color. In the arms of the angel, far away from here. I have a feeling that when I'm all said and done with the watercolor parts for her, I have a feeling I'm going to get my metallics out and use some of the silver and the gold for her crown. The arms of the angels, may you find some comfort here. Sweet angelic singing. Aw, I need some distraction. I bet you guys know what song I'm singing. Just some thieves at your back, so keep on twisting, keep on building our lives, and it's to make up for all that you lack. I need make no difference. It would help if I knew the words. It's easy enough to believe. But yeah, this playlist is there's songs that no matter what, I tend to want to sing along. So I created this playlist of them because I quit smoking on Valentine's Day this year, and I have successfully stayed quit. Woohoo! And part of it was singing. It was one of the best suggestions in the quit smoking guide was to find something to do with your breathing that mimicked the process of smoking, and singing is one of them. We are born from the wreckage of your silent reverie in the eyes of the angel. Ooh, yeah, see? Oh, I love how bright that gold turns once it's dry. Congratulations, that's amazing. That's a great way to do it. I have a lot of music I sing along with. Yep. I have, this is a playlist of mostly ballads. There's a few non-ballad songs in it, but then I also have a playlist of singles that are kind of dance. That's for the opposite reason. It gets me out of my chair because I sit for work, and sometimes I put that playlist on, not because I'm going to get up and dance around to the whole darn thing, but it's definitely a playlist of songs that'll pep me up and kind of get me moving or out of get out of a funk. There's a song called "It's a Good Day to Be Alive," I think, by Andy Grammer, and it is my belief. It's just my opinion. I don't care how unhappy or sad you are. If you cannot listen to that song without being put in a good mood. I'm not even kidding. Andy it's such a good song. It's just, yeah. No matter how upset I've ever been or sad or whatever, I put that song on, yeah, I'm good. It will cure the blues for sure. Promise up that you were right for me. Felt so lonely in your company. Every weakness and ache I still remember. I'm liking this. I used this blue up at the top, and I'm liking using it as a filler in all these like spaces between the darker blue. I dig it. Listen to the end, always the end. Then you say that you're not brave since. Then you say that you'll still be friends. And the next person, it was over. Didn't have to cut me off. Make up like it never happened and like we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so rough. Somebody that I used to know. That's right. What's it called? The painting? I haven't given her a name yet. Sometimes I don't name them until they're done. Depending on how I'm feeling, different songs that works for me. What's it called? Oh, the Good Day to Be Alive song, maybe? Good Day to Be Alive by Andy Grammer is the name of it. You gotta put that in your playlist, man, because I swear by it. I really, really, really swear by it. Like that one, and there's what's that other song? Oh my God, there's another song by a Hawaiian guy that's super rad, and now I can't think of what it's called. It also is another song with the word happy in it. I put Bob Marley on when I want to feel feminine, and don't ask me why that would be, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Or Nina Simone. Nina Simone is another one. I can't help but feel feminine when I'm listening to Nina. You have to sort me out. Make up like it never happened and that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so rough. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to go up here, and I'm going to go... Which one do I want? Somebody that I used to know. Give it a funeral. Is it to Cuba? Should've worshipped her sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. See, we got. I do loopy. Oh, so far I know I do loopy. What power level? I'm doing a raid on Friday and have 3 more GMs to do for a title. Everything is 1320. Y'all are totally talking gamer talk right now. I play with friends. I love watching, like, I couldn't watch longer today when you were on. I tried to catch as much as I could. But I like having it on and listening because even though I'm not a gamer or play, it's cool because it gets me. It's like watching, like, for some of those games, it's like watching a TV program with someone. It kind of reminds me of when I first learned how baseball happens. I used to watch it with my roommate, and he would explain it to me. It's kind of like watching you guys play some of those video games reminds me of that experience. Exactly. That's okay. Slogs died when I tried to switch to Guild War. Warlocks are alright, but I'm not great with them. Titans can die in a fire. My brother is Kevin the Plumber on Twitch, and he hasn't streamed in a while. He used to stream a lot. But he has raided me with his friends before. It's pretty funny. And I don't even remember what game he streams, but he's my brother, so I'll watch him. It doesn't really matter what he's playing. And then what's the other one? My favorite game I ever played. That's okay, exactly. I was so upset. Stupid program. That's great. Titan Master Race. Seriously though, my main Titan. I can't stand Warlock. I don't know anything about what you guys are talking about, but that's okay because my claim to fame for gaming is that I beat the first Mario. Okay, I'm just saying, and and I beat Spyro the Dragon, and I beat the first Resident Evil. Okay, so those are my claim to fame gamer talk. Otherwise, I like mission control or mission command or whatever it was on the old Atari. I love that game. There was a Star Wars game that I used to love. It was a simulation thing, like where you're in a simulator. Dug that thing, man. Well done. I cannot. That's good. Oh. This is why I like I have a few friends that stream and stuff, and they don't, when they stream, they don't stream to their Twitch, and I'm like, man, you gotta stream to your Twitch, because like the coolest thing I like about Twitch, that's how I met Loopy. You know, like you can see someone live even if you're not friends with them on Twitch, and that's, I mean, you can do the kind of the same thing on Facebook, but you have to go looking for it. It's not quite the same. You know, I've had days where nobody else is live, and I got no interest in, you know, TV programs, and so I'll put my Twitch on to see who's streaming. Like, oh, let me go see who's streaming. Let me go see what's going on. And of course, I get notifications when people I follow go. You get a community without causing anxiety, right? That's so true. That is so true. Of course, that one day, it was so funny. I was sitting here the night my brother came on here with all his friends, because they had been doing whatever they were doing gaming wise or whatever. I was sitting here, and I think I might have had maybe one person watching me. And I was just sitting here doing my thing, kind of sort of looking up every now and then. And I look up, I don't know, it was like, I don't know, 12 or 1 in the morning or some shit too. And all these people are up in all of my comments and stuff. And I just died. I was like, what the hell just happened to me? And they had rated me. And I was like, oh my God. Like all of a sudden I had like all these people watching, all these people commenting. it was rad. It was really rad. It replaces TV. Yeah, like I'm watching. I have a program I'm watching right now, kind of, sort of between stuff, but only because season 3 just dropped. Otherwise, I don't even watch anything anymore. I don't watch TV. I watch live streaming. I'm either watching someone on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. I mean, throughout the whole, I've got so many people I follow now. You know, I catch Joshua at every chance I get. I don't get to watch all of his, but I try to catch him. But yeah, I don't even. I just knowing that someone is live, like right there live, right when I'm doing what I'm doing. I can engage with them. I can chat with them. I can talk with them. It's a really nice way of socializing without having to be around people. Josh is great, right? He's going to be on my show Sunday, by the way. So my spotlights, I have a show on Sundays called Spotlights with Dory. And it's a very different format than his broadcast, but that's fine. And it's going to be pretty cool because he is my guest. And then, yeah. And I know he has watched a few of my shows, so he has an idea of what it'll be like. But I'm excited. I razz him in chat now, and it's great. I can always tell when he's seen something I've said, right? I know. He is so cute. When I first started watching his shows, I'm the same way. Like, I will comment. You know, I try to make sure the people know that I'm there for sure, no matter what, because I can see when people are watching me, but it's nice when they say hi or something, you know. I mean, I don't mind, like, I don't know who they are, but when I go live, I always have at least one person who's on with me the whole time. And I don't know who that is. It might be a bot. I have no idea. But I'm rarely ever sitting here with a 0. Like, that doesn't really happen. There's always at least one person watching me. And it's been really nice tonight. I've had company. Frank was here. I don't know who's still here. Loopy was here. Joshua did stop in. He popped in earlier on in the stream, said hi. You're here. I've had plenty of company tonight. And I don't know if I said this, Jagras, but wait, which one? Joshua? Which one what? Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I don't know which one. I was talking about so many things that question, which one, could be about so many different things. I do know that Prince is playing right now. It happens to all of us. Streamer brain. No, which one you don't know if they are a real person. Oh, I don't know. I don't know where they're watching from. I'm using StreamYard, so when I do stream, I'm like right now I'm streaming to 5 or 6 places. And so I don't know where they're streaming from. But I do know, that I didn't even think about that. I never thought about like going to each of the areas. And I mean, not that it's still not going to tell me who they are. So weird. I got a message from a friend earlier, and he hasn't replied to my last message. That's okay. So yeah, I have at least one follower who is very devoted, very loyal. Or maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's several people, but there's always someone watching. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah. I usually, it's kind of nice. It's like, they're either a real weird creeper and whatever, or they're not. And I don't know. All I know is that I don't, I never look up and see a zero. So I'm not complaining, that's for sure. Remember, I'm gonna love myself. Okay. We are going to make her green-eyed. Whoa. Without that extra fiber of hair. Who something knows, making my weaknesses. And right who I am, think you can change me, true but you can't, true but you can't. And to loving me, remember I'm gonna love myself. Love myself. Think it's true but you can't, true but you can't. There are some users that lurk in channels for analytical purposes, but yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I've actually, I didn't do it without saying something, but I did put someone's feed once on without really watching it because it was going to give them watch hours. I've done that. Like I knew I couldn't really watch, but I went ahead and I put it on and I hit mute so that it would be playing. And I have done that for a few people, for friends, because I know that the watch hours has a lot to do with some of the channels' abilities to do certain things. Yeah, it's no time to regret. No, I can't really sing that. It's Amy Winehouse song that's on, and I can't really sing the slime that she's singing right now. In my head high, and my tears dry, get on without my guy. To let you know. You only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to us. I love you much. It's not enough. You love her and I love her. Were you punching too many things, Loopy? Loopy's back. People will often, yep. Controller died. Aw. Minecraft's D2 is all done. Oh. I know Loopy is like so cool. Like he will be playing whatever game he's playing, but he'll put my stream on so he can have art in his life too. So rad. You only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to. Alrighty. So I am going to leave her be. Let me turn her so wait. Oh, I guess I can't really get her all in there, huh? I'm trying to do this thing where I'm not in the stream so that I can have more of the artwork highlighted while I'm doing this, because usually I'm in the stream. But yeah, so I'm going to leave her be. I am going to come back after she's super, super dry. I'm going to come back and re-black the black lines in parts of her using some black acrylic. And I might do something with her hair different than what I've done, and I might leave it the way it is. I haven't decided. I will know the next time I bring her out and finish her up. I've learned. I was just talking about this in a stream with another artist yesterday about how I've learned to leave things and let them breathe. This was another piece I finished tonight earlier. I had added some work to this. I had added some colors. That's another one I did. Stumbled on this tonight. So yeah, so these are the two pieces I finished, sort of. This one is basically done for sure too. I don't know that I would do anything more with this one. Maybe some black. I don't know. I was building things. We got him for 5 minutes. He said, "Oh Lord." So yeah, so you guys, that is it for the day and for the evening. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you guys on the flip side another time, another day, another brand. One quick reminder, the link for my haiku campaign is in the description for this. She's not going to be in the haiku book. Did I have my haiku book thing out? I thought I did. Oh, it's way over there. I'm not giving up. I'll show you guys next time. There's some pictures on that link. If you click that link, you can sign up for the pre-launch, which will give you updates of the campaign as it comes around. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to go night-night, or try to. Bye.